Opposition protests government at the Square of the Revolution. LEGUAN man charged with murder for the death of his uncle over a few plantains. Parents voiced their opinion on the Because We Care cash grant. In the region, CARICOM Chairman Browne urges caution in response to Haiti, and internationally, death toll climbs as South Africa violence spiral. Greetings and welcome to another edition of Channel 2 Headline News Updates. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. The Civil Defense Commission is advising that frequent showers are likely over regions 1 to 7 and 10. This is according to the National Weather Watch Center's forecast. 1.5 inches of rain is expected over regions 1 to 3, 4 to 7 and 10, while other locations will see at least half an inch of rain. The CDC advises all residents to take precautions where necessary and to report any impacts to local authorities or the National Emergency Monitoring System on 600-7500. A LEGUAN man has been charged with murder of his uncle over plantains. Here is more from Esther Sobers.
A man who murdered his uncle during a dispute over him taking plantains from his uncle's property without permission in Phoenix, LEGUAN, appeared in court via Skype yesterday at the Lenora Magistrate Court. Magistrate Esther Sam read the charge against the accused, 27-year-old Melroy Moore, for the murder of Aubrey Jonas, his 51-year-old uncle. He was not required to enter a plea to the offense. On July 7th, an eyewitness reported seeing Moore enter his uncle's Jonas farmland and picked some plantains. Armed with a cutlass, the uncle emerged from the back dam and asked his nephew why he had picked the plantains. An argument followed. Later, the accused armed himself with a knife and waited for his uncle. An altercation ensued once more, and a now dead man struck the accused with his cutlass on his leg. The accused went into his mother's yard and armed himself with a piece of wood, which he used to dealt several lashes to the victim's head, inflicting severe injuries. Moore was remanded to prison, and the case is rescheduled until July 29, 2021. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. The Trafficking in Person Unit of the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security ramped up its effort to raise awareness of human trafficking. Dr. Vindya Prasad, Minister of Human Services and Social Security, continues to echo the government of Guyana's zero-tolerance policy on trafficking in persons. Meanwhile, Unit Director of TIP, Tanisha Williams, says the ministry welcomes every single report, large or small. Quote, "We want our hotline to blow up with reports. We don't care how small or big it is. We want to hear about it because it might be our only chance to save a victim's life and get them access to the support they need." End of quote. Next week, the ministry will launch another campaign dubbed Through My Lens. It will issue a public call to tip victims and the general public to come forward and share their stories as well as report suspected incidents. The messages will be broadcast in a variety of languages, including English, Spanish, Portuguese, and indigenous dialects, throughout Guyana as part of the campaign. Tip awareness will be raised throughout the month of July, with the ultimate goal of eliminating it in Guyana. Earlier this month, during Minister Prasad's visit to Bartica, she launched the 592 Stop campaign. Dr. Prasad stated that Guyana has kept its Tier 1 classification as a result of meeting the basic benchmark for reducing traffic in person, announced by the U.S. State Department. She urged survivors to report and collaborate with law authorities in order to increase the number of traffickers convicted. Members of the public are encouraged to report any suspected human trafficking activity to the TIP hotline at 227-4083, 623-5030, or 624-0079 for Spanish speakers. Visitors can also go to TIP Facebook Guyana page. Don't go away after the break. Opposition protests at the Square of the Revolution, and parents voice their opinion on the Because We Care cash grant.
Survival Shopping Complex brings to you its delivery service, Shop through WhatsApp. This process is simple. All you need to do is call or message your grocery list to 613-9683 and we will select your items for you and have them delivered directly to you, even out of town. This is convenient because we can stay on the phone with you as we select your favorite brands. We're happy to do your shopping for you. Contact us on WhatsApp today and shop Price Smart at Survival Shopping Complex.
Are you looking for men's suits for that wedding, prom, or special party? Or maybe you need to update your wardrobe with a modern fit or a new color for work? Search no more, because John Lewis Styles is the perfect men's suit store. Come see us on Waterloo Street, and our friendly staff will help you choose the perfect size, color, and fit. Complement that suit with a stunning shirt and tie, matching bow tie and suspenders, cufflinks, or even a pair of shiny dress shoes. You will love the way you look. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 4-6 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brickdam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Tastes so good. It's gotta be made with Alabama Baker wheat flour. Produced from quality soft winter wheat and quality enzymes to give a superior product that's guaranteed to be luscious, delightful to taste, and stays fresher longer. Alabama Baker wheat flour is perfect for breads, roti, puri, pastries, chow mein, pastas, and many other delights. Imported and distributed by Alabama Trading. 6566 Robb Street, Borda, and 23 Lombard Street. Telephone 225-5800.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road, Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Welcome back. Esther Sobers spoke with parents in this report about their opinion on the Because We Care Cash grant recently announced by the Ministry of Education. Here is more.
This morning, Minister of Education Priya Manichan launched the Because We Care $15,000 cash grant at the Cottonfield Secondary School, Pomeroon Supernam, Region 2, and continue along with several other schools on the coast today. The cash grant will be distributed shortly in Georgetown. Many parents have expressed their thankfulness for the initiative.
I feel good about it because it could help the child because I'm a single parent. And I just want to thank the government for what he's doing so far. May he continue to do his good work. And I appreciate that. So that's all I have to say.
The We Care initiative is a tremendous help to parents and guardians, especially during this throughout the pandemic. Where some persons are not employed, some persons are trying to make ends meet. But I think children in both private and public school should have been able to get the benefit from the We Care initiative.
Appreciate the $19,000 because I have two children going to school. I am a single parent and I got to I'm thankful for it. The CARICOM will help me to buy certain things that I need.
The ministry will complete the distribution of the 2 grants before the new school year begins in September. The government has said it intends to increase the grant each year until it reaches $50,000. The school uniform and supplies grant will only be distributed to parents of students in public schools. Other ministers of the government have fanned out across the various regions to launch the program. The Because We Care cash grant was first introduced in 2014, valued at $10,000. However, it is now being reintroduced at $15,000. The school uniform and supplies cash grant has also increased from $2,000 to $4,000. Each school child will be entitled to $19,000 cash. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Today, a few members of the opposition gathered in the Square of the Revolution in protest of the recent decisions of the current administration. Here's more.
We must go. The entire cabal must go. The PPP has failed the people of Guyana. They must go. PPP must go. The entire cabal must go. They have failed the people.
Today, members of the APNU-AFC took to the street in a peaceful protest to express their dissatisfaction with the present administration.
The installed regime got to go. They must go. The wicked installed PPP, they must go. Crime on the rise, COVID on the rise, they got to go. Wicked PPP.
Korea must go too. She has no sense of direction, none whatsoever. All she knows to do is to abuse. That's all she knows to do. I want to advise her, go fix yourself, fix your hair, and then you come talk to teachers.
We are out here as the APNU-AFC members of parliament and to bring pressure on this government and continue to highlight the manner in which they are disrespecting the Constitution. And I want to say this to every Guyanese, because I am here first, not as a member of parliament, but as a Guyanese, that I don't need the permission from anyone to stand and speak for my rights. And so it doesn't matter how few we are, history will not record us as being silent when the time was necessary for us to speak. The right of peaceful assembly is one that is guaranteed by our Constitution and by several conventions to which Guyana is a party. And so we will continue to come out here. We will be out here every week, every Wednesday during the lunch hour to continue to highlight. Here, we will continue to speak. We will continue to speak about their victimization, their harassment. We will continue to speak about their victimization and harassment of Afro-professionals, of Afro-Guyanese public servants. We will continue to speak up about their failure to give public servants an increase after 2 years. We will continue to speak up about their mishandling of the COVID-19. We are at almost 500 deaths, if not 500. And so they continue to fail, and we will speak out, because enough is enough. We will use Parliament when it is called to bring attention to these ills, but we will also use our right to peacefully assemble, to continue to bring to the nation's attention and the attention of the international community the atrocities being meted out on Guyanese.
Chief Whip Christopher Jones said the APNU-AFC members will continue to protest every Wednesday.
We are here, it's Wednesday, and we are here and will be here every Wednesday, rain or shine, from 12 to 1 p.m. And as my colleague mentioned before, we are here first and foremost as Guyanese. And essentially we are here to reiterate the situation that we have in this country. And as it relates to racism and blatant discrimination against Guyanese of African descent. And of course, we have to continuously remind the People's Progressive Party Civic that we haven't forgotten them. And of course, continue to sound the alarm bell to all and sundry across the length and breadth of this country and further afield, that black people in this country are being marginalized by the People's Progressive Party Civic. In the public service, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of Guyanese of African descent who have either lost their jobs
or they have been demoted in those positions. There are thousands of citizens across this country who are contractors. And since the People's Progress 3 budgets in the National Assembly, billions of taxpayers' dollars have been awarded to the People's Progressive Party Civic via the National Assembly. And to date, public servants cannot see a single cent increase in their wages and salaries. Yet still, we see them throwing billions of dollars a black hole, which is called Gaisuko. Is that fair? And we want to know too, at some point, why aren't we hearing from the unions that's supposed to be representing those workers?
For Headline News Update, Bibi Bacchus. 3 positive cases of COVID-19 have been reported in Region 10 in the last 3 weeks. This has prompted the Regional Health and Emergency Committee head, Orrin Gordon, to issue a strong appeal to the residents of Linden to comprehend the danger the virus poses and to take the necessary precautions at all times. Quote, "We can't let up. Our responsibilities as persons who are involved in this fight means that we can't let up, as we are at a very critical and crucial juncture, and any letting up now could create a false sense of security which, as we have seen across the world, is not a chance to be taken with this pandemic. The mere fact that we would have been able to identify, sample, and obtain confirmation of suspected cases means that so far our method of contact tracing is showing results. The vigilance, commitment, and purposeful action that our team of rapid response, first-line defense personnel have demonstrated is commendable and needs to stay at the highest level." End of quote. Gordon reminded residents to remain vigilant and follow all Ministry of Public Health guidelines. Meanwhile, Regional Health Officer Dr. Pansy Armstrong praised the efforts of the nurses tasked with conducting contact tracing within the region, saying, quote, "Contact tracing is the key in helping to flatten the curve in identifying cases early, therefore allowing us to be able to manage those cases, thus resulting in the curve being flattened. I want to continue appealing to the general public to adhere to all the instructions that the Ministry of Public Health is putting to them, which includes staying at home, washing of hands, practicing social distancing, as all of that will help in flattening the curve. The REO has been making appeals over and over, and I join with him again in reiterating those appeals to the public." The RHO also mentioned that keeping alert and effective will only result in more results through contact tracing. Don't go away after the break. Death toll climbs as South Africa violence spirals and wildfire rage in California and Oregon amid scorching heatwave. But before that, here's the bridge retraction schedule.
Problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for do a surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lenders, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again. Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
For decades, milk has remained the same. Until now. Introducing the Great Dairy Full Cream Milk from Alabama Trading. Enriched with vitamins A to D and calcium to promote healthy teeth, strong bones, and vitality. Great Dairy Milk is delicious and fortified to encourage healthy cell growth within the body. No wonder it's the #1 brand of milk produced in Ireland. Now available nationwide in 400-gram packages at leading supermarkets and wholesale vendors. Distributed by Alabama Trading.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Survival Shopping Complex brings to you its delivery service, Shop Through WhatsApp. This process is simple. All you need to do is call or message your grocery list to 613-9683 and we will select your items for you and have them delivered directly to you, even out of town. This is convenient because we can stay on the phone with you as we select your favorite brands. We're happy to do your shopping for you. Contact us on WhatsApp today and shop Price Smart at Survival Shopping Complex.
Are you looking for men's suits for that wedding, prom, or special party? Or maybe you need to update your wardrobe with a modern fit or a new color for work? Search no more, because John Lewis Styles is the perfect men's suit store. Come see us on Waterloo Street, and our friendly staff will help you choose the perfect size, color, and fit. Complement that suit with a stunning shirt and tie, matching bow tie and suspenders, cufflinks, or even a pair of shiny dress shoes. You will love the way you look. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at news in the region and around the world. As the French-speaking member country of CARICOM continues its investigation into the assassination of its president Jovenel Moïse last Wednesday, Prime Minister Gaston Browne, chairman of CARICOM, says he does not support any military presence in Haiti. The Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda stated that the final choice belongs with Haitians themselves, while cautioning international agencies and countries not to interfere in the country's politics. Any plan to send international troops to Haiti under UN auspices would have to be approved by the UN Security Council. Browne stated that CARICOM's effort in dealing with Haiti would have to be coordinated with those of other international parties. Quote, providing some leadership in helping the Haitian people to come together and put an interim government in place, while at the same time putting structure in place to strengthen the institutional arrangements so that they will have a functional governance and electoral machinery in order to ensure that credible elections will be held in the shortest possible time. End of quote. Moïse was assassinated in his home. His wife, Martine Moïse, who survived the attack, stated from her hospital bed in the United States that the gunman shot him in, quote, the blink of an eye without even giving him a chance to say a word, end of quote. According to Haitian authorities, an armed commando of 28 men, 26 Colombians and 2 Haitian Americans, rushed into the couple's home and opened fire. So far, 17 persons have been arrested and at least 3 suspects have been slain. However, no motive has been revealed. And internationally, at least 70 people have died and more than 1,200 people have been arrested after days of riot and looting across South Africa. Al Jazeera's Famida Miller reports.
A 5th day of looting and riots grip Alexandra Township in the north of Johannesburg. Police struggle to keep people away, but those temporarily deterred by rubber-coated bullets and tear gas return within minutes. Hours later, soldiers are deployed. They apprehend a group of men they suspect of shooting at them, searching for guns and other weapons. With the army on the street, these business owners say they feel safe to return to see what they've lost. They find their stores gutted by looting and fires.
This time I can't believe it. I'm 40 years this country, but I can't believe it has happened like that.
In other parts of the Gauteng province, there's also been extensive looting. Stores at this mall in Diepkloof in Soweto have been entirely ransacked. There's nothing left. And now soldiers and police have been deployed to places just like this to try and protect whatever little is left and also keep looters away. But preventing the looting in many areas in Johannesburg has proven difficult and appears to be impossible to stop. Here, grocery stores, a butcher's shop, banks and ATMs are completely destroyed. Security guards say they tried to keep looters away as they waited for the police, but it was too late. Smat Shabe worked at this food outlet.
Now I'm angry because what am I supposed to do from now? Where am I gonna get paid? Where is my salary gonna come from? Because this is my livelihood. How am I gonna support my family? Because of this. And the criminals that have been rampaging these places, and the police were nowhere to be seen.
With riots and the disruption of services in the Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal provinces, there are concerns people will run out of food. There are many unhappy with the destruction.
I don't know where am I going to buy food. I don't know. As you can see, that it's bad. And as the situation, people are not working, but this is not the solution.
The protests that began after the jailing of former President Jacob Zuma have now escalated to riots linked to increasing poverty and inequality. South Africa has been under varying stages of COVID-19 lockdown for more than a year. Worsening unemployment, already at 32%, has fueled anger and resentment at a government that is struggling to cope. Famida Miller, Al Jazeera, Johannesburg.
And finally, emergency crews in the United States are battling to contain dozens of wildfires burning across 10 western states. Thousands of people have been moved from their homes. Al Jazeera's Katia Lopez Hodian reports.
This wildfire season is breaking records in the U.S. Dozens of fires are raging in western states, with more than 340,000 hectares burned in recent days. In California, a state known for its many wildfires, the amount of land burned has more than tripled since last year.
The fire was moving so fast and so hot, it was exploding spot fires ahead of it, way ahead of it, like a gunshot.
This fire near the Arizona-Utah border is one of many that's closed highways and roads. Scientists say severe droughts and the climate crisis are fueling extreme temperatures. The Bootleg fire in Oregon is the largest blaze. An area twice the size the city of Portland is in flames, and it's disrupting power transmission lines to California. Thousands of people across many states have been evacuated.
We got out in time. I looked in my rearview mirror and the flames passed over the road and headed down my driveway and burned both sides of my property.
In Oregon, heat-related deaths are also on the rise. Many have died alone in their homes, with temperatures reaching 46 degrees.
Over the last year, we have prepared for a surge in deaths because of COVID-19. And a year ago, we were just emerging from restrictions, and honestly, it never crossed my mind then that we would see a wave of deaths from heat as we have these last few weeks.
The extreme conditions pose yet another challenge for emergency crews.
We have to be very careful about where we insert crews to make sure they don't get trapped.
And with fires burning across several states, concerns are growing as the fire season isn't over yet. Katia Lopez Odoyan, Al Jazeera.
That is it for today's regional and international news. Here now is your 3-day weather forecast. that is all for this edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. Tune in on Thursday at 7 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Until then, stay safe and take care.